Hey guys, I'm Nike Master Trainer Alex Silverfagan, and joining me today is fellow Nike Master Trainer Patrick Frost. We're going to be taking you through this yoga workout, and we're both so excited to be here. Let's get started. We're going to come into a seated position, either cross-legged or Virasana if that is in your practice. And again, bringing the palms open to create some more energy, asking for more energy, or palms down just to ground yourself a little bit more. And then bring the shoulders back and close your eyes and just start to tune into your breath in the present moment. Whatever was going on before this moment, whatever you have to do after, it doesn't matter because we're right here. We're breathing, we're moving, and connecting. Let's bring those hands to your belly, right back to that third chakra. The center of your confidence, your self-worth. And all we've been working on is building this up to allow yourself the power and the courage to say, I am awesome. Good, wherever you are in your breath cycle, let's exhale all of the air out. And take a deep inhale. Feel the breath expand into your fingertips, the shoulders lift up a little bit, the crown of the head reaches towards the sky. And then exhale, let it go. Again, inhale. And then keep the lips sealed, exhale out of the nose. Good, nice breath of fire, ujjayi, deep inhales in and out of the nose. Slight constriction in the back of the throat, and you should be able to hear your breath. It's your metronome and your guide for your practice. Gently bring those hands to a prayer at your heart and just bow down and say thank you to yourself for showing up and for putting in the work. We'll inhale, flutter the eyes open, reach your arms up towards the sky. Let's hook those thumbs, pull the arms apart, feel that energy again. And then release your hands. Right arm is going to drop down. We're going to side bend towards the right. It should feel familiar. Nice breathing and breath. Nice breath into your left side. Again, opening up, gazes towards the sky. And then inhale, lift up again. Left arm drops. We side bend towards the left, breathing into the right side body. And inhale up. Exhale to twist, bringing the gaze towards the right, left hand on right knee, press your right fingertips into the floor, lifting, creating more space. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting to the left. Because a lot of this is something we've already done, we're gonna probably start to move a little bit quicker in this class, so just trust yourself, you've been here before. Good, inhale, reach the arms back up. Hands are going to drop behind you. Keep pressing your heart up to the sky. Open your shoulders back. Nice stretch in the biceps as well. And then circle those arms around you and just bow forward. Thank you again. And then we'll roll up. And I want you to bring your feet facing the top of the mat. And then fingertips come to the floor. Reverse tabletop to start. Just open up your hips. And let another sigh out. And then bring the hips back down. We're gonna make our way to a tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we'll move through some cat-cows, dropping the belly, pushing the heart forward. Gaze comes up as you inhale, and exhale, round. Right away, start to take this on your own, moving with your breath. Inhale up, maybe taking a circle to get there, and then rounding. You can really play around here. I'm gonna give you a few more breaths. You've been working your body a lot throughout this program, so you really know what it wants. So let yourself take it there. And then we'll find a neutral position with the spine. Gently walk your fingertips out just a little bit so they're past your shoulders, and then slide your hips to your heels, taking a child's pose. Now we're gonna round forward, so that same idea in our cat spine. Round all the way forward and let your hips come to the floor. It's a modified up dog. So arms are straight, let the heart reach forward. And then arch the low back as you push the hips back to your heels, taking your child's pose. We're gonna do that 2 more times, rounding through. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, hips back. Good, 1 more. Let it be playful, funky, do your own thing. And back to child's pose. Now we'll stay down in this child's pose and start to walk your fingertips over towards the right side of the mat. Left hand is going to come over your right, and then pull your left hip back. I want you to feel that same side reach that we did when we were seated. So that entire left side is just getting all of this length. And then fingertips walk over towards the left. Right hand comes over the left, and then you work your right hip back a little bit more. The idea is just to create more space. We're going to be twisting a lot, wringing out all of that energy. So we want to create length first before we go there. And then hands are going to walk back forward. Pull yourself up to a tabletop. Your hands should be a little further past your shoulders, and then tuck your toes and lift your hips back, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the knees, let it be playful. And then once you've had your moment to fidget, you'll find that solid down dog. So fingertips really pressing into the mat. The hips are shining towards the sky, and soft bend in your knees so your heels are reaching down, but they don't need to go there. And then we're gonna take those ripple forwards like we did from our child's pose. So I want you to start rounding from the low back, roll yourself forward to a plank. Your chest is gonna reach a little further past your fingertips, and then tuck the hips up as you reach the hips back to your down dog. Nice, 2 more, inhale. And exhale, bend the knees back to down dog. Good, 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and travel to the top of the mat. You can hop, you can step, you can do what you need. And then bring your feet right underneath your hips. Again, that's 2 fists width distance. Bend your knees, grab hold of opposite elbows, and just sway side to side. Again, a little ragdoll, right? Just waking up the body. And then release your hands. And now what we're gonna do is I want you to place your right fingertips underneath your face. You're gonna bend your right leg, keep your left leg straight, and then bring your left hand to your hip. Start to wrap your left shoulder up towards the sky, and then that twist keeps rotating, so you're twisting your heart up, and then fingertips can reach up to the sky as well. And your right palm doesn't need to be all the way to the mat. Finger tops are great, and you can bend that right leg a little bit more to get you there. 1 more breath. And then gently left hand comes down. We'll switch. Left fingertips replace the right. Bend your left leg. First start by bringing your right hand to your hip. Wrap the right shoulder down your back to twist you open, and then the gaze comes up and the fingertips can reach up as well. And then come back down to your forward fold. Bend your knees and roll your way to stand. Slowly unraveling the spine. Your head is the last thing to rise. And once you get there, wrap your shoulders down your back, palms face forward. Energy of your fingertips are reaching down. You're growing up, expanding. Good, bring your hands to your belly, to your 3rd chakra. And then bring that energy to a prayer at your heart. Set an intention for your practice. Bow down and say thank you for being here, being present in this moment. Have a beautiful practice. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Take a half lift on your inhale, press into your shins, heart lifts. And then place your hands down, step your left foot back, and then 3-leg downward facing dog. Reach your right leg back behind you. Good. Bring your right knee to your nose and step your right foot by your right thumb. Drop your back knee and untuck your toes. Inhale to reach the arms up to the sky. And then we're gonna hook those thumbs, Anjaneyasana. Good, low lunge. Pull the low ribs down, bring the right hip back, left hip forward, and feel that pull of your arms. Slide that energy back to your center, and then out and around. Good, fingertips are gonna come down to the floor to frame your front foot, and then inhale, straighten the front leg, half split, half Hanuman. Good, we'll take a moment here to just feel what this is like. Maybe you can shift your hips to the center a little bit more. And then we'll come forward, bringing your chest forward, rebending that front leg. And then sliding back to your half split. Good, one more like that. Pull it forward, chest reaches forward. You can move on your own breath here, and then hips reach back. Good, climb forward again. Left hand will stay on the floor, and then peel your right arm up, low lunge twist. Press into your left hand and even your back left leg to help facilitate the twist so the ribs are reaching up. And then right fingertips come over your head to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, and bring your feet to the top of the mat, forward folds. Good, bend your knees, roll your way to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders wrap down your back, and then arms reach up. And then reach the hands behind you. Interlace your fingertips at your low back. Pull the hands down to reach the heart up, and then bend your knees and let yourself round forward over your legs. Just take a moment here. You can bend the knees a little bit if you need. And if your hands are moving past your head and your shoulders are screaming at you, just bring the hands closer to your low back, no problem. Go, one more breath. Bring the hands to your low back and then release them down to the floor. Step your right foot back first and then lift the left leg up, three-legged downward facing dog. Inhale to bring the knee towards the nose and then forward, place it by the left thumb. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Again, we're gonna hook the thumbs and create that energy through our entire body. Good, core is engaged. You're scissoring the inner thighs together. The gaze is up. And then let's bring that energy down through our heart to our center. Make that big circle. Feels so good. And then hands come down to the floor. Good, slide the hips back, half split, half Hanuman. Toes can come up as well. And then we'll pull forward. Good, hips move back. One more, come forward. Half Hanuman, slide the hips back. Good, come forward again. Keeping the right hand on the floor, left arm is gonna peel up and open. You're in your twist again. Really press into that right hand, help yourself out. And then left fingertips over your head, down to the floor. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, and step your feet together at the top of the mat. Bend the knees, roll your way to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders back, palms open, Tadasana. Good, we're gonna move into our chair pose. Bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Sit the hips back a little bit more. Spread your toes off of the ground and then replace them. I just don't want you to be leaning too far forward. We really want to be connected to our entire foot on the ground, but sitting those hips back a little more. Good. Can you wrap your pinkies in, reach the heart higher? And then shifting the weight to the right foot, pull the left knee into your chest as you come up to stand, and then start to step your left foot back behind you, high lunge. Good, reaching the arms up and open. Take another inhale. And then exhale to open warrior two. Good, heel to the feet a little bit wider apart. Gazes over your right middle finger. Let's inhale, reach and reverse your warrior and then straighten the front leg. Slide your hips back as you reach your right fingertips forward and down towards your shin, and then left arm up, Utthita Trikonasana. Now your hand can reach to the floor, but not at the sacrifice of that right side body length. So you can always lift the right hand up a little bit. We want to feel expansive from the core out. So if you feel any crunching in any part of your body, I want you to lift up a little bit higher. Good. Think about moving your ears away from your shoulders. Yes, Patrick. And then inhale, lift all the way up, and exhale into your warrior two. Yeah. Inhale, straighten the arms and the legs. Turn your right toes in, bend your left leg, and bring your fingertips to the floor, high skandasana. Think of a half lift in the upper body, so you're pulling your chest forward, your heart forward, and the hips are moving back as you feel a nice release in the inside of that right thigh. And then we're gonna open back to a warrior two. Take your time to get there. And then when we get there, we exhale and land. Good, inhale, reach, place the right forearm on the right thigh, left arm over your head, side angle. Good, we've been here a lot because we're creating length in that whole side body and using the support of our core and our legs to keep us here. Good, you're gonna reach your left fingertips still over your head and then bring the left hand down as you pivot on the back heel. Right arm comes up, you're in your low lunge twist. Awesome job. Good, straighten out that back leg a little bit more and wrap the heart open towards the sky. So think of the left ribs peeling open towards your ceiling. And then we're gonna heel toe your right foot towards the middle of your mat. You're gonna transition to the blade side edge of your left foot and then drop your hips as you look back at your left foot. You're in a boomerang pose. Good, we're gonna take this 3 times. Press your right foot into the floor. Inhale, reach over your head like a rainbow. And then exhale, drop it and look back at it. Look back at it. Inhale, lift up. One more, exhale down. Now this is gonna take some maneuvering. We're going to a wide leg forward fold. So inhale all the way up, heel toe your feet, place your right foot out a little bit wider, and then forward fold. Good, let's just press into the fingertips, lift the heart for a half lift, and then lower down even more into your forward fold. Awesome job. Good, toes are slightly in, and then soft bend in the knees, and you can move yourself around here. Yeah, any option with the hands is beautiful. Patrick is reaching back behind him. You can reach forward. We've got 2 more breaths. And then you'll walk your hands back under your shoulders, press into the floor, heart lifts, and then fingertips crawl to the top of the mat. We're gonna step back to a plank. First vinyasa of the day, you're gonna pull forward and then exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, 3 breaths here in down dog to reset. Lift your heels on your inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step or float to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reach your arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana, second set. Good, nice and strong in the lower body, lightness in the upper body. And then transition your weight to your left leg, bring the right knee into your chest, and step back, finding your high lunge, nice and slow. Good, once you're in your high lunge, reach those arms up, feel that strength. And then exhale, you'll open warrior 2. Good, external rotation of that front thigh. Stay connected to the outside of your right foot, and your gaze is over that left middle finger. Inhale to reach and reverse, straightening the front leg. Reversing your triangle, and then hips move back, left fingertips reach forward and down towards your shin, right arm up, Utthita Trikonasana, second side. Think about wrapping your left hip underneath you, and again, moving the ears away from the shoulders, lengthen the low back, and gaze towards your top hand. Soft bend in your knees is great. We don't want to lock out any joints. On your next inhale, pull yourself all the way up and exhale back to your warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the arms and the legs, flying warrior, turn the left toes in, bend the right leg, fingertips to the floor, high skandasana. Pull your chest forward. Good, gaze is up and forward. We're transitioning back to our warrior 2, opening up, pivoting on the heels, exhale, warrior 2. Awesome job, guys. Inhale, reach and place the left forearm on the left thigh, right arm over your head, extended side angle again. Really stay connected to the blade side edge of your right foot. Wrap the heart open. And notice, are you sinking into the left shoulder? Can you create activation in your entire body? Every cell in your body is like screaming right now in yoga. That's the idea. We're just fully awake. Keep reaching your right fingertips over your head so that they make their way down to the floor. Back heel is gonna lift. Left arm comes up, you're in your twist. We've got a lot of moving around on the feet today. Good, keep opening up that heart, straightening that back leg. And now heel toe your left foot towards the middle of your mat. Try to keep it close to you, yeah. And then come onto the blade side edge of your right foot. Drop your hips down as you bring your gaze towards your back foot. Yeah, and then inhale, lift up, make a rainbow. Exhale, come back down. Beautiful, nice, Patrick. 2 more, inhale. Back down. This time all the way to wide leg forward fold. Let it be fun, it's all good. It might be a little sloppy, it's all good. We're here, we made it. Good, press into your fingertips, heart lifts, and then fold. If you took a variation last time that you want to do now, go for it, or you just stay with your hands under your shoulders, you breathe, maybe you flutter the lips, let it go. One more breath. If you moved your hands, bring them back under your shoulders. Press into the floor to lift your heart. And then crawl the hands towards the top of the mat. And we're going to step back to a plank. Good. Exhale, you'll lower Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Heels lift on your inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bring your toes to touch, heels slightly apart, and then bend your knees, reach your arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. You guys are doing awesome. Feel that energy. Good, bring the knees together so you've got this midline energy, right, from the floor. And then bring your hands to a prayer and slide it to your heart. Good. Lift, inhale, create length, and then we're going to twist over to the right. Left elbow comes outside of the right knee. Bring your hands right to your center or your chest, and then start to wrap your heart open. Notice, did your left knee come forward? Can you bring it back into the center, and then drop the hips a little bit and wrap your right shoulder down your back? Awesome job. Good. Start to bring your weight to your right foot. Lifting your left heel off of the ground and then carefully stepping back, finding a twisted lunge. Good. Strong in that right leg. You got it. Wrap the heart open a little more. Back leg is straight. And then inhale, reach the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, standing split. Straighten out that right leg. I know. And then bring the left knee towards your nose. Step your feet together at the top of the mat. Forward fold. Good. Bend your knees, roll your way to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders wrap down your back, and breathe. Start to bring your right knee into your chest, and then bend your left leg and place your right ankle on your left thigh. Start to sit your hips back, so we're in a figure four. We're going to bring our right hand to our right hip. Make sure you're breathing. Left hand to the pinky toe side of your right foot. If extending your right leg is not in your practice, you'll bring your right hand to your knee. We're all gonna stand up together, and then you'll exhale, extend your right leg, or just keep your hand on your knee, and we'll all start to twist open together. Maybe extending your right fingertips. If you need to put your toe down, that's totally fine. We're worried about the twist here, right? Opening up. Good, take another breath. And then gently make your way back to Tadasana. I want everyone to just shake it out for a second. Yeah. Good, take a big inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, fold. Good, we'll just take a half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Good, moving into the other side, make sure your toes are touching, heels are slightly apart. And then inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. You guys are so close to being on the floor. You got this, I promise. Slide your hands to a prayer at your heart. Take an inhale to create length, and then we'll twist over towards the left. Right elbow outside of left knee. Hands are right at your heart. And make sure your right knee didn't try to sneak away from you. Bring it back into the midline and drop the hips a little bit lower. Nice job. Good, start to lift your right heel and slowly start to slide your right leg back behind you, coming into your twisted lunge. Good, you have more space to wrap the heart open here. Straighten out that back leg. Yes. On an inhale, arms reach up, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, standing split, reach your right leg up. Yes, guys. And then right knee comes towards your chest. Step your feet together at the top of the mat. Forward fold. Good. Bend your knees. Roll your way to stand. Unravel. Shoulders roll back behind you. And palms open. Tadasana. Moving into the other side. Take a smile. You're doing great. Good. Shift the weight to the right foot. Left knee comes up, and we're going to place the left ankle on the right thigh as we bend the knee and start to reach the hips back, the fingertips forward. Good. We're going to open up and unravel. So left hand to your left hip, right hand to your pinky toe side of your foot. Remember, the knee is always an option. We care more about our twist here. We're going to all straighten and come up together. And then you either extend your leg or you keep your hand on your knee, and then we start to open up and twist. If you need to place your toe down on the floor, that's always an option too, right? Think of creating more lift as you twist open. Gaining a new perspective. One more breath. And then start to bend your leg, coming back down, placing both feet to the floor, and then shake it out. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank, and then lower through a vinyasa. Chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Good. We're going to bring the knees down to the floor, hips to heels, take Virasana, hero's pose. Good. Sitting on your shins, palms come down to the thighs, shoulders wrap back, and just take a moment to close your eyes. That probably brought a lot up, right? We twisted, we moved. So just start to let that settle. When we start to step into our confidence, we start to be able to open up and be a little bit more vulnerable. We crack our heart open, and that's what we're going to work on now. So flutter the eyes open if they're closed. Come up to stand on your shins, and then tuck your toes. Now, Patrick's going to be doing a baby camel, so not going that far down. If you have a practice of going a little bit deeper, that's great, but just listen to your body here. We're going to take our hands, and I like to have my fingertips facing up, my heels, the heel of my palm facing down. If you want to switch and have the fingertips facing down, heel up, that is fine. The idea here is to protect the low back and think about moving the flesh of your booty down rather than clenching the butt. We just want to be working that down so we're protecting our low back and our hips aren't driving too far forward. So pick what option you like better with your hands, and then wrap your shoulders back like you've got a set of wings. Start to bring the gaze up. And then this is an amazing place to stay. If you look up so much that you want to start looking back, you will. You'll start to bring the gaze back behind you. And if your feet are available, you can reach down for your heels. And then chin to chest. Gently lower back down, hips to heels, hands down, and just let that settle. Let's bring our fingertips out, and we're going to crawl our way forward so that we're laying on our belly. Good. Untuck your toes. Slide the hands back by your low ribs. Shoulders pull back. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your heart, baby cobra. And then I want you to press into your feet a little more and lift the hands off of the mat. So it's really just that upper back that's doing that work. And then exhale, lower down. Bring your left ear to the floor, arms at your side, and give your hips a little bit of a wiggle. Let the low back release. And then head comes back to center. We'll start with baby cobra again. Hands come by your low ribs. Press the tops of the feet into the floor, lifting your heart up for your baby cobra. And then reach the hands back behind you, palms face down, pinkies wrap in. And then interlace your fingertips at your low back. As you pull your hands back, the legs start to rise. You're in your locust Shavasana. Keep the chin tucked down so it's like this one long line of energy from your toes all the way to the crown of the head. Take another breath, get a little bit longer. And then lower down, right ear to the floor, arms at your side, hips get a little wiggle. Yeah. And then you'll bring your head back to center. Hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips back, downward facing dog. It's just a transition. We're taking it down to the floor. So inhale, reach your right leg up, 3-leg downward facing dog. And then cross your body, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Good, hold on your inhale, and then extend your right foot. Peel your left arm up, fallen triangle. Lift your hips up to the sky. Beautiful. And then all we're gonna do is let the hips come down to the floor. And then bend your legs. We're in a 90-90. So legs, your shins are parallel to each other. Hi. Bring your fingertips to the outside of your right foot and your right knee, and then turn your torso so that your chest is parallel with your right shin. Good. Press into your fingers, create some length, and then pull your right hip back as you reach the chest forward. Good. Coming as farther down as feels good for you. And we'll just take a few moments here. Good, one more breath. Good, start to press yourself up, and then swing the left leg around, right foot to the inside of the left thigh, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Flex your left foot, torso is gonna frame over that left leg, reach your arms to the sky, inhale, and then exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Again, this is more of a twist, right? So we're wrapping the right ribs down. And if you can't reach your foot, you can always hold on to your legs, whatever's there for you. And then we'll roll back up. And now take our time to get back to a downward facing dog. So whichever way it takes for you to get there, moving slowly, staying with your breath. Left leg lifts, take an inhale. Exhale, cross your body, left knee to the right elbow. Good, hold on an inhale. And then exhale, place the left foot down, peel the right arm up. You're in your fallen triangle. Gently let the hips find the floor. And then bend your legs so you're in that 90 degree position again. Now you can shift your torso so that your chest is in line with your front leg, and your hands are gonna frame that left knee and that left foot. Lift, create some space, and then pull the left leg back as you reach the chest forward and exhale. Nice deep breaths here as we work into the hips. Gently crawl yourself back up. And then right leg is gonna swing around, coming into Janu on this side. So left foot on the inside of that right thigh. Turn your body so you're framing that right foot. Arms come up, take an inhale. Exhale, you'll fold. Last breath. Roll yourself back up. And then we're gonna bring our hands behind us so that we can take the feet to the floor in front of us. Feet to the ground, knees to the sky. Reach your arms long, and then we lower all the way down, controlled. Making our way down to our backs. Once you get down to your back, walk your feet a little bit closer towards your hips, and then bring the feet wider than your mat, or about mat's width distance apart. Arms are nice and long, and then just let the knees fall side to side like windshield wipers. And then the next time they come to the right, you'll let them stay. And you can bring your right ankle over your left knee, just as a little bit more of a support, and you'll feel that left hip flexor line get a little bit more release. And then you can bring your gaze over your left shoulder, and you can bring your right hand to your belly or your low ribs again. and really feel your own breath moving in your fingers. It's a reminder that you are alive and you have a body and it's capable of some pretty amazing things. And it's a vehicle to come back into your mind, to your thoughts, to your truth. Bring the head back to center. Unwrap the legs, and then just let the knees fall to the left this time. Left ankle comes over right thigh, gaze comes over your right shoulder, and your left hand comes to your belly. Unravel the legs. And then we'll bring the knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then let your head come back down and reach your hands in between your knees and reach for the pinky toe sides of your feet. Almost like you're pressing your feet on the ceiling. We're in our happy baby. Use your arms to drive the knees closer to the ground and make sure your tailbone is connected. We're going to go through 3 rounds of lion's breath. That is a forceful exhalation out of the mouth with the tongue extended, and it sounds like this. And it's great for letting go all of that heat that we've built up. So I want you to take a big inhale. Let it go. Awesome, 2 more. 1 more. No one is watching. You can smile. Let it go. And then release into your final Shavasana. Again, don't be afraid of taking up space, letting your body go off of the 4 corners of your mat. There's no need to stay confined there, right? You were born to expand, to share, so let that be here. And simply close the eyes if you haven't already. And just let the thoughts start to pass by. Try not to hold on to anything. Just be. If you'd like to take a longer Shavasana, please stay and you can just start to tune out my voice and get up at your own time. If you're ready to transition, we'll start to wiggle the fingers or the toes. Taking a deeper breath and then drawing the knees in so that you can roll over onto your right side, making your way to a fetal position. And then press into your left hand to come up, making your way to a seat. Make sure to sit a little bit taller, being proud of the body you're in and who you are. And then hands are going to make their way to your center, your belly, your 3rd chakra. Taking that energy again to a prayer at your heart. And I want you to keep the pinkies and the thumbs connected. Keep the heel of your hand connected and then just open up your other fingertips. So it's almost like you have a flower blooming in front of you. This is the Lotus Mudra, and it represents transformation. The idea here being that you've gone through this amazing journey and you're still you, but hopefully transformed with a new perspective and a new appreciation and confidence for yourself. So bow down to that lotus. Say thank you for showing up. I thank you, just as your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body thanks you. You can close up that flower, coming to a prayer, bringing it to your third eye. It was a pleasure to practice with you, and I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.